right. I love the countdown. I don't know, it just makes me think of the final countdown. Ba-da-baby. Makes me think of the final countdown. So I kind of like it. I think it's dramatic. I think it gives you an entrance, right? How are you guys doing? It's March. We made it. We made it to March. It's hard to believe that we're 3 months in already to 2021. Already some crazy things happening in politics, some wild and weird things happening. I know you guys have been waiting. As some of you who know me, you've been wondering about this political podcast I've been holding out on. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I definitely don't want to get mixed into the kerfuffle in the wrong way. As your favorite witch, hello, Liz. As your favorite witch, I think it's really important that you have tolerance, that you wait, that you have all the information you need before you act. You think, right? Hopefully. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Karen. Gosh, it's so good to see some of you guys. I've just gotten back from Georgia. I went down south, visit a very dear friend of mine, Kenna, who is hosting the Savannah Paracon. Now, it's been rescheduled again due to COVID, but no worries. It's rescheduled for September 11th. It's a date not easily forgotten. And so hopefully I'll see you guys all there. We went and followed up with some locations. We refreshed some plans and made some more plans for that Paracon adventure to make it even bigger and better than, when you get time to marinate, right? It just gets better. So that was a lot of fun. And we went and did the Sorrel Reed House, very popular, like a notoriously haunted hotspot. It does live streaming on their website, on their YouTube channel. We did that and I got to photograph a wedding proposal, which is super cool. So that was had over the weekend. Went to the ocean, went to Tybee Island, went to the Moon River Brewery, all the cool spots. The Bellefontaine. There's Chet. He's the only person I've got left. I've only got 2 people left waiting on a reading from me. And it's because I need to finish my astrological cheat sheet for March. I want to be able to send that to you so that you can utilize what everyone in my Gypsy tribe who does my mentoring program and anyone that gets that email, that special private email for me that includes my March astrological breakdown. It's like day by day spell work and astrological movements and things for prediction. I haven't finished it yet for this month because I just got back from traveling, being on a plane, 8 hours of traveling, driving, crazy weather. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'd be lying, I'd be a hypocrite if I said there isn't some importance to being grounded, being able to meditate, being able to take a shower, being able to feel good whenever you are going live or doing a reading for someone. Making sure that you have the time to meditate with all of your new things and new spaces and altar stuff. And we just had the full moon in Virgo, you guys. I want to show you some of my new crystals. Now I've got a crystal dealer in Georgia, the same person that helps me do my crystals on the 11th of every month. Wondering further, best crystals. If you're someone who likes crystals or gems, this is another reason, man, to sit down and have the best crystals at your space. What? I'm going to show you this. You'll see what I mean. So this crystal, and security dropped it. Kenna, if you're listening, you have them taking out each and every crystal. If you have to travel with crystals, you'll know the feeling, or paranormal equipment for that matter. They take it out of your carry-on. They wipe it down with a little wet wipe, make sure it's not going to disintegrate and that you're holding drugs inside. And of course, if it's selenite, you're kind of wincing. This, of course, is a honey calcite, so it is an ite. Anything with an ite, you want to avoid water. Hi, Haley. And so I was kind of nervous, but she picked up 2 of my very beautiful stones and then all of a sudden laid it down, moved her hand, shifted her elbow, and I heard a crash on the ground. We're talking beautiful soul crystal, millions of years old. I mean, Please, Lord Almighty, I don't have insurance on this item. I just got it as a gift. Is it broken? Is it broken? No, 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 no. What? No, it's fine. And my husband's like, what? And I don't think he heard the story yet. And it did break. It didn't shatter, but as another dear friend of mine who's a crystal collector says, all stones are meant to break. They break exactly when they should. It broke when it came to you. It made a significant change to its shape when it came into your presence. How bad is it, Sarah? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I know now I'm making it sound really bad, but I'm shining it up for you because this piece, this honey calcite, it's meant to, of course, with the reds and the orange, it's like rooting, grounding, meditating. It's millions of years old. I refer to it as the Elon Mars stone because it looks like Mars at sundown. It looks like Mars when all of the suns and lavas are kind of coming to ease as the sun is on the horizon and the mountains begin to light up like a scene from The Hobbit. And there's this like special doorway that lightens up through a quartz, and it's the Elon stone. Gosh darn it if she didn't break it. So anyway, here it is. And I just got it, and I'm putting it on my altar. This is the lonely man walking across the horizon line. And the mountains of Mars. And you can kind of see the suns and the spaces up. Here's the mountain, the Elon Mountain. And when the light hits it just right, the stone lights up. This mountain becomes 3D. You can kind of see it already glowing. And this part right here lights up with right here and lights up in the back. And it just is beautiful. And I love the stone. And look, she broke the corner off the end of it right here. It's okay, right? It's not a huge break, but it's pretty significant. It's okay. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Things break. It's just a thing. Anyway, this is my newest favorite stone. And as Callie and Karen and Sarah and all of my other witches joining me know, some of these stones, I mean, I have this stone, I have a honey calcite, I have my agate, I have a really beautiful, it's called a stained quartz that came my way. It's just absolutely stunning. It has a piece inside that's like yellow. I've just got some really beautiful pieces, and some of these stones, they are what help get me through anxious times, depressed times, but also when I'm meditating on things. I really like to have, let me show you. I mean, this one you're going to freak out. It's called Ruby Rose, and it is sparkly when the sunlight hits it. It goes from being a dark red to a super sparkly pink rose quartz. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Anyway, all these crystals, you guys, if you want some crystals for yourself, if you're looking for a St. Patrick's present, if you're looking for a gift for yourself or a loved one, we'll be having our crystal sale on the 11th. Of course, Gypsy Tribe people get a little bit of a head start on those. And anyway, I just really love all of my stones. I can't get enough of them, and I finally have them here in my presence, and I'm working with them, and I have found that it makes a dramatic impact on the accuracy, relevancy, and just the energy of doing divination. So I have a new deck. I'm going to share with you, long story short, walking the cobblestones of Georgia. Hold on, I need a drink. Walking the cobblestones of Georgia. I walk into this really cool old occult metaphysical store. It's like a museum / store. Please don't touch, don't take pictures, please. Walk in, it's very cool. Old things on the wall, dust, cobwebs, cool, neat artifacts, powders, potions, spells, wands, masks, just neat things. And there just so happened to be a deck that I've been looking to buy. It's been in my Amazon cart. I have a lot of things on my Amazon cart that I never buy. But this guy was really unique. He had some casparilla powders, some gopher dust, and some moon water from like my birthday. We're talking like my birthday. like decades ago. Just so happened to have moon water from Virgo moon. And I thought, what an interesting practitioner that this person has been collecting moon water and rose petals and things throughout the special occasions in their life. This is dedication. Really enjoy that. And I think I want to buy something while I'm in here that's going to be magical. That would be a divination deck. That would be a good time to buy a tool of magic to connect with the divine. And this particular deck struck me. And so I know a lot of practitioners have this deck, the Hierophant Tarot. Now, I teach the occult. I teach and mentor practitioners and witches and people all over the world. I'm a part of some covens in Norway, Ireland, and here in America. People from Canada, the UK, I mean, literally all over the globe. And we do a lot of hermetic work. We do some esoteric work, some alchemy, work with the alignments of the planets and astrology. And I know that with Christianity, especially in like Western civilization, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. Christianity, Catholicism, and some of these pretty hard pressed to say that anything that's not the way we think is going to be demonic and send you to hell. So don't even talk about it. We all can identify in a political space kind of how dangerous that can be to censor things and to be closed-minded to different perspectives. What's really nice is I know a lot of converting religious people or religious people that struggle in their religious space. They will say that like, well, you know, I do worry about like little children that haven't found Jesus. Like, are they going to hell because they've not been baptized if they don't know any better? What's exciting is that a lot of these very exclusive religions are telling you, don't go talk to them, they're wrong. Don't go talk to them, they're wrong. But all of you, all of the religions are teaching very much the same thing, very much about energy, whether it's chakras, Hinduism, Buddha, whether it's alignments, whether it's the Torah, whether it's, you know, the crown. It's scriptures, and it's how to live in good intention with other people. And I really like how all of them can work together and validate each other. So this deck has actually been quite full of religious scripture, and it includes angels. The deck, the handbook, has angel breakdowns, yin angels, meaning fallen angels, demons. No! Yes, fallen angels before the flood. Pope Francis just recently did a news article interview about the Great Flood, what that means, baptism, cleanse, purge. This deck kind of talks about Old Testament type stuff and different fallen angels, Nephilim, Gnostic scriptures, things that you can really find some great guidance in. So I'm not going to give you the specific angels, but I will show you the card if you're interested in delving into that, because that is the nature of yin. You have to be introspective. You have to want to go there. You're going to have to private message me and let me know if there's anything further I can help you with in that angel. And of course, I will love to answer that question because I'm trying to learn more about angels, angels and or demons in those spaces. I work with a lot of different denominations, so it's always nice to be fine-tuned. So I have no problem using my time to further answer questions if you want to know them. But I'll just give you a gentle tarot reading because it is a tarot deck. All tarot decks are utilizing numerology, using planets, utilizing alchemy, and we can do that. You've done that with me before, so let's go there. And if you want to know what secret, awesome Old Testament fallen angels that the universe might be giving you and what scriptures that it means, private message me or visit me at theparanormalsarah@gmail.com. I'm actually revamping my website right now with my tax time. So I'm looking to add a few new features. And if that's not currently working, it's because I need to redo it. And I've not gotten there yet. So it's March. March is full of a lot of craziness. The Ides of March, if you will. Anyway, Brittany, Emma, Tina, Brandy, Sarah, Liz, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. And all I need is your permission. So Liz, one of my very favorite people, one of my very favorite people doing divination with runes. Ah, runes, people, check it out. Liz, 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands, anticipation of fire. Almost finishing the project, almost coming to fruition of your actions and behaviors, but it mentions Lord of great strength. So if you are a occult practitioner, you might already recognize some of the symbols and signs on this card. Very beautiful art, but the 9 is that almost there. 9, very magical number. Nikola Tesla, we see you. Great strength, not quite fortitude, but of fire, of actions, of what it is you're going to do, of your behaviors, of your profession, right? So keep that in mind for what it is that you were thinking about. Karen, Karen, what it is you're thinking about. The 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles, this kind of nods to the Tree of Life. You'll see it if you're a yogi. The Lord of Success Unfulfilled. 7 is luck. 7, the 7 sins. Feeling lucky? What are you dealing with? What's your frequency? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. This is gambling with an odd number that may not be symmetrical. And in Pentacles, it's relation to earth energy. So it's thoughts, it's intentions, it's thinking about something, Karen. It's having this thought. And right now we are having that post Virgo full moon. So it might be contemplating things for the year, stuff that you want to kind of have happen, and wondering and waiting and gambling with your time on what to do next. All of that's cool. Be patient. Take your time. Look to the stars and look to the signs to see when is going to be a good time to act. Tomorrow we are going to have some shifting. The moon in Sagittarius, you're going to actually want to start putting a foot forward, foot in the door, taking action. And tomorrow would be a good day to start, but don't have to take my word for it, right? Yes, Brittany, cannot wait to see what March has in store for me. It is a silly birth month. Brittany Freeman, let's pull a card for you. Ace of Cups, the spark of newness and love. Lord of the root of the powers of water. I'm very interested in what angel that would be. And of course, it's symbol up there in the top here, and I'm seeing it in the water sign in alchemy, the open hand, the lotus, the lily, the chalice. The Ace of Cups, very significant of the beginning of a love, the beginning of a relationship, the beginning of an empathetic connection, an intuitive relationship you're starting with someone or something in your life that you're really going to love and feel connected to very deeply. And it means you. It's very symbolic of the great I am, you, and how you independently feel. And Lord of the root of the power of water. Very beautiful words. And I really like it. Makes me think of Monty Python. Some of these drawings, I really do. I think of Monty Python, some of the clip art that comes from that. I love it. Meta Mandich. Mandich or Mandic? Mandic, Mandish, Mandish? Meta Mandish. I don't know. I don't know how you say it. Let me know. Probably butchering it. I would love a card. Permission, my friend, says Meta. Meta. 8 of Cups. Cups, again, this is water. This is intuition. This is empathy. This is energy on how to connect, on how to feel connected and how to love. And this is 8. So this is give and receive, right? This is the Mobius loop. This is the infinity wheel. This is the connection to charity, to karma, if you will. Lord of the abandoned success. There's lots of symbols to astrology here. There's also, it looks like what I'm seeing, a lotus plant also, but you're seeing some kind of nods to how plants utilize water and how you use water. So I like how the illustrator is drawing. You have a hand, the evaporation, the cutting of the stem, the dripping. Very, very beautiful, and how to kind of give love back so that you might be frustrated, you might be struggling with something, and you know what? Cut all of your losses and go, what do I need? What is it that I want? Give what it is that you want to receive, and you will get it in return. I can promise that to you. Lisa Crick. Hello, Sarah. May I have a card? Yes. Brittany Freeman says, thank you. You're very welcome, Brittany. Sarah says, I love your nails today. Thank you. These have been my nails for a week. I'm going to tell you I did these in the airport. These are glue-on nails because I don't like traveling with my real nails. They'll break off when you're like in a terminal or something. but I didn't have time to go to the nail salon because Minnesota is still closed. Sorry, Texas, Mississippi, and all you other 18 other states that are open. Some of you who never were closed in the first place, like Missouri, so it shouldn't even be news. But here we are. Minnesota has been. So these are glue on. But Lisa, let's pull a card for you. Another ace. You guys, this is really indicative of starts, new beginnings. Very, very popular after a full moon, sure, but this is also spring, so it's kind of double down, double down. And Ace of Wands, Wands is fire, Wands is behavior, Wands is do, 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 do. You know, you're going to go out and do something, and this is what it is you're going to do, that project. Lord of the root of the power of fire. Sounds like we're right out of the Craft movie, huh? And you can see this kind of wand, the staff, it's on fire, it's a flame like a torch into the night. I think of Gaston and we kill the beast, the beast is alive. You know, it's that kind of going off into the night with that energy. I'm going to kind of show it to you here. Hi, Tara. Great to see you. Yes. Ace of Wands. Do it. Do the damn thing. Right? Do the damn thing. It's going to happen. It's going to work. Now is a good time. Again, Moon in Sagittarius tomorrow, so you're going to want to feel that. You're going to make sure it's a passion, but not too spontaneous. You've hopefully been thinking this out for a while, so now's a good time to act. Chet, you have my permission to pull a card. Chet, especially because you've been so patient waiting on your reading, I would be glad to pull a card for you. Thank you for giving me permission. And I should have that reading to you tomorrow. I think it'll be the first day that my kids are at school and I have an afternoon to sit with my new rocks and have a peace of mind and finish my astrological cheat. So Chet, this card is for you. Jason, gotta love those Minnesota rules. I know, right? They're pretty strict. $25,000 fine for groups of 5 or more, right? Don't do it. Don't do it, says Governor Waltz. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Lord of waves and waters. If you're interested in the angel, again, check it up, look it out, or private message me, and I will let you know. But this Knight of Cups, this is going to be the forward momentum Chet of love. This is going to be the patriarch that goes doot, 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 doot. And this is going to be that energy that is really the go-getter, the instigator, the assertive, the person that you like, you know what? I love, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to do this. It's the Leonardo DiCaprio of the life story. Very charming, very romantic, and willing to fight. You can kind of see a nod to Cancer with the crab there. There's a peacock, the great protector, which is indicative of a knight, someone who has armor. They are there with a many-faced, gosh, it looks like a monkey, like a crab, like a peacock. Man, I see a monkey face. I'll show you in a second. It's kind of cool. Again, these illustrations are so simple but so complex. You start to see all sorts of things. And the Knight of Cups is going to get the job done. They're going to fight for love, and they are going to win. The Knight has to have a reason to fight and a purpose. Look at that shield. Doesn't it look like a monkey face, like a five-eyed monkey face? It's so kind of cool, creep. It's not. It's a crab with peacock feathers. Anyway, Chet, this is very cool. I'm seeing a lot of like the Wizard of Oz. I'm seeing some cool peacocks, colors, wings, birds, lots of symbolism here, Egyptian and Indian cultures, the ride of the loyal horse, the steed. Very, very beautiful, but I'm interested in what and whom it is that you are lusting or loving after, because it's quite romantic and it's definitely worth fighting for. So keep it going. Tiasha, good night, Lady Sarah. Can I bug you for a card, Tiasha? Of course you can. And thank you for joining me. And you guys, I'm not plucking favorites or anything. The chat is moving very quickly. So you just hang in there, keep letting me know, and I will pull a card for you. I had a stroke and even other health issues, so I'm waiting on disability. Please pray for me, says Karen. We will, Karen. Goodness gracious. Tiffany says, I remember we did a ghost hunt with Sarah. You were my protector. Oh, goodness, that's hilarious. You remember that. I love that. You were scared shitless that night, she says. Happy New Year. Tiasha, yes. Goodness, I really, really, really love thinking back. Gosh, it's been a long time. So many different friends, so many different countries and worlds and time periods. It's been really fun. Anyway, this card, Fortitude, Daughter of the Flaming Sword. And I have to tell you, I actually, because I've been researching this deck and spending a lot of time with it, pulled this card earlier. So I happen to, even though I've not drawn notes on it yet, I know what angel this is in reference to. And it's a saint, actually, that I quite love, and a story that I put on my Patreon. Uh, Spirituality is linked to so many different myths. Fortitude, this ends up being Teth or Tet. We can get into the Hebrew phonetics of this, the Arabic phonetics, the etymology of it, but it is the whisper for good help. It goes into Nefertiti. It goes into the t, t, t noise that you hear in mantras all over the world and different spiritualities, the sound and what that means in frequency, that you don't actually have to have teeth to say a t noise. So it instigates the story of the tooth fairy, that you can have all of your teeth plucked from your mouth and still be able to ask for help. And so this Fortitude, Daughter of the Flaming Sword, it's a really beautiful card that is talking about being able to utilize what you have and the strength and courage within you to overcome, that you don't have to, succumb to illness or weakness or even pettiness, that you, like the lion, can wield strength from within. And I really think that this is beautiful. It's associated with Saint Thecla, again, Nefertiti, the goddess or queen of good help, good whispers, or good air. And in neurolinguistic programming or occult work, or in the gypsy tribe, like with myself, this goes into swearing or cursing or other magical language. If oftentimes someone throws you something and says it's cursed, people drop it like a hot potato thinking it might be a demon. But in fact, it's associated with an angel, with a word, with a sound, with a frequency, and something that means to delegate help to you. Fortitude, to know your strength. And this is a really powerful card. So, Tooth Fairy story, insert weird occult trivia for you. Tiasha. Tara, I would love a card. Let's do it. Princess of Swords. What are you framing? What are you thinking of? The Princess of Swords. This is going to be fighting for, gosh, I see some Medusa there, some serpents, right? Swords, the slithering, the air, reputation, constructive criticism, dealing with some rough stuff in your air, hearing bad news, giving bad news, gossip, reputation, having to deal or not hear or be neglected or isolated or not hearing enough or just having chatter. That this is a woman. I love that this deck instigates women because it would be yin energy. The Princess of Swords. There's like this hookah, this anchor, this chain, this serpent, and Medusa, gosh, she asked Aphrodite for help. Help me, help me. I'm so beautiful. They're all raping me to death. And Aphrodite said, are you sure you want my help? And made her so ugly, of course, that any man that looked upon her, that she would turn to stone. And this Medusa space Princess of Swords, that be careful what you say, right, in air. Be careful how we instigate the wit of our tongue, because we can't unsay something. And people often, if they gossip with you, they'll gossip about you, and vice versa. So the Princess of Swords is how to manipulate that type of air energy, and that you may be influenced and or victimized by it. So be aware of the power there. The Princess of the Rushing Winds. Ooh, I really like that. I think of a mermaid. I think of a fog. I think of a stellan. I think of a journeying space, not being quite sure or certain where you're going, and being uncertain of the information you've been given, but needing to trust your gut, needing to know the information. And so write it down. Right now is a really important time. If you want something to be more clear, write it down. Get a pen pal, make a to-do list, write it down. There's Virgo still in the moon, enough for that to help things make things more clear. Haley, I would love a card. Thank you for asking. Princess of Cups. Ooh, the Princess of Cups. This is a female of water energy. Look at there. You've got the little orca, the little whale thing, and look at her. She's got her boobs out. She's out floating with all these creatures. Chalice, sea turtle, all sorts of little animals there. And you guys can see I need to get to office space and get a Sharpie to write on this, because I have looked at the Princess of Cups and the Palace of the Floods. I looked at this and I cannot remember what god or angel it was. Shoot. I can't remember. So if you're interested, Haley, let me know and I'll further look into it. But this is really cool. When I think of the Princess of Cups, or that cup space, this is that you're about to take action. You're no longer learning about a love. You know enough about it that you're about to take action. This is like an engagement or a breakup, or a next phase or a promotion. This is where something ends and something new begins. And the princess knows what she's doing. She's accepted. There's hereditary. There's forgiveness. You don't have to worry about something falling apart. It's princess. You're in it, right? You got your foot in the door, so you don't have to worry about that. And the princess of the Palace of the Floods, water is very much a feminine energy, and that we think of menstruation, we think of crying, we think of empathy, we think of nourishing breast milk, all that stuff. This is a connection to the water breaking and that feminine cycle. Water, the floods, the tides, but everyone is intuitive. Everyone has a mother. That's what is interesting. And we can, regardless of who and where we identify, know that we are connected in that we have a mother, and whether it's Mother Earth or a mother figure. The Princess of the Cups is not yet a mother, but she has all the powers and potential to be. So it's a really, really, really interesting and delicate space of growth. So I want you to be aware of the orca, be aware of the sea turtle. If you're not trying to get pregnant, don't play with that. There's babies in the air right now, people. Hear me. If you're not trying to get pregnant, don't play that game. Don't play that probability game. The theme of numbers. Anyone still looking for mentorship or to join a gypsy tribe, you can check it out on my Patreon /the gypsy tribe. Check it out, or message me, private message me here on Facebook, or email theparanormalsarah@gmail. We're doing all sorts of luck. We're doing probability magic this month. We're doing numerology. We're doing synchronicities. Pretty cool stuff. Emma, so fun to investigate with you, Sarah. Our sleepy laugh session at the end of the night at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital was memorable. You guys, if you've never investigated with me, as Emma says, I'm not always that serious. It's kind of hard to scare me. So we were in the very, very haunted Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. And we had somebody doing an Estes session. They can't hear, and they're like very serious. And I'm walking next to them, and they're like, I hear something over here. I hear something. I'm like, it's me. It's Sarah. And we started laughing. I started laughing, when you get the giggles. I kind of tend to start that. So I started the giggles, and we just ended up having a good time. So if there's any chance that you're in the Waverly Hills morgue and laughing at midnight, you might be there with Paranormal Sarah. We might be having a laughing session. So you're right, Emma. It's fun though. Tiasha, thank you. Clara Nichols, I would love a card. Clara, let's do it. The Star. This is a major arcana card, so one of the upper 22 that you get in a tarot deck. It's indicative of a very serious life milestone, a major thing in life happening. And there's kind of a wheel here. It's a star. It's a lotus. It's a kind of a beautiful thing. You're seeing all the different little signs of astrology. I'm seeing like a dove. I'm seeing the figure of the person pouring the water out. It's like the Aquarius figure throwing water into the wind. I'm also seeing the Tree of Life and like a very Gestalt MC Escher looking art piece. Star of David, the Wiccan path of the sun, some crystals. Man, this is quite a card. Very cryptic. Lots of signs and symbols. The Daughter of the Firmament. The firmament. I always feel like I'm saying that word wrong. The Daughter of the Firmament. The Star. The Star, very indicative that you are putting your faith in something. As I wish upon a star, This is you really throwing all your water out because you have faith that there is going to be water again, that it will rain, that it will be provided, that the universe is unfolding just as it should. And it is, Clara, it is. So that's very wise of you. However, it's also one of those, like, some people get there because they're desperate, because there is no other choice, or there's simply nothing left, right? Hell with it. Throw it all out, whatever. Anything's better than this. I don't intuitively get that with you. I kind of feel like this is probably more of a more hopeful, optimistic. You would rather just be in a better space. Better is a really great choice to be making right now. The Virgo post full moon Virgo energy helps us do it well. Clara, do that. Continue doing that. Tina, enjoy your evening. Good night. Emma says, I love not being too serious. I can't be too serious. Life's too short to be too serious. But also you want a card. Okay. And Betraba Curiosa? Betraba Curiosa. It is my first time here. May I have a card? My name is Bianca from Brazil. Oh, ¿cómo estás? From Brazil. Nice to meet you. Bianca, yes, let me pull Emma first and then remind me. Okay, Bianca. Emma. This is for you. Ooh, the Hierophant. The Hierophant, and of course this Hermetic deck is coming complete with an angel. If you'd like to know the fallen angel or Old Testament angel, private message me. I will give it to you. I'll look it up. I'll let you know. But as you can see, you're going to see the symbols and cryptic signs and sigils here on the card, and also some planetary things. The Hierophant, all about how you are measuring your ritual and your spirituality. What is it that you are doing to grow and evolve your enlightenment? What is it that you are doing to reach the next promotion in your mental space? If you're not feeling purpose, if you are not feeling connected, this is really, really important. So, Emma, you are needing to be pulled out of that depression. You're need to be pulled out of that space to do something that has more purpose. And you know what's interesting is religion helps people do it with sacrifice, confession, anonymous ritual, charity, and servitude, disciple work. If we're not a part of a religious space or a church, spirituality leaves it up to us. And if we are in a weak space, it's hard to feel and want to give weakness to those we love. So what do you do? How do you recycle it? Work, go out and serve others, do what you can. That Hierophant is about charity. It is about putting yourself out there at the lowest spaces to show others there is no judgment, and that too is real. And your swarm of support and village will come to you and lift you up on a pedestal almost immediately. It is the delegation like St. Thecla that you can baptize yourself. You don't need anyone there in those last spaces. I think it's really beautiful. And the Hierophant is how to manipulate that religious spiritual space to work well for you and your intentions. And that can be both extremely hard and very simple. Think it out. Okay, Bianca. I say, ¿cómo estás? Un poquito en español? I know. Parlez-vous français avec moi? Comment ça va? Ah, ça va. Comme ça. Ah. And it's so similar to Spanish. I don't, but my brother-in-law speaks fluent Spanish, so I'm always trying to learn as much as I can, and I think it is a beautiful language. I would love to also know Latin. So, Bianca, let's see what we get from you. What are you thinking of? The Lord of Ruin. The Ten of Swords. Bianca, this would say that you've been through some shit, that you have been through some crazy things, that you are finding resolution, you're finding conclusion, you are finding the full circle of just being through a lot of stuff. And 2020 was that for a lot of people, but exceptionally so for you. Growth, tumultuous things. 2021, gosh, being hopeful, optimistic, but yet here we are. One thing after the other. The Ten of Swords would suggest, finally, really? Truthfully? Really? Thank God, right? That you would be at the 10 of air. Lord of Ruin, that you can actually have that Girl Scout, don't know if you have that in Brazil, probably not a good analogy, badge of honor on your sachet, that you've acquired that. And you know what? Sometimes you gotta get through it to know it, to conquer it, to know you can. And this really says that you have been, but you made it. And so there is a celebratory space there, but also that people are going to be nipping at your heels for advice on how to get through it. They're right behind you. They're struggling, and they're going to be delegating for help. They're going to think you have all the answers. Take time to relax while you are at the end here. It really is the end. So take some reprieve in that. Man, it's been crazy, hasn't it? Crazy. Hi, Chloe. Tammy says, I am always down for a card. Let's do a few more here before we close out the night. Kavita, I hope you are well. You're wanting to know if you're going to find another job anytime soon. You lost your job. I'm so sorry to hear that. Kavita, I will tell you that anybody that is currently in a space of loss, it'll be completely the antithesis by June 21st, the summer solstice. So at the very latest, and that is a ways away. So we'd probably want one sooner than that. The Virgo full moon that we just had this past weekend says anything you manifest, you're going to be able to get it. So if you want it, do it. But I'll pull a card for you too if you'd like. I just need your permission. But Tammy, let's pull a card for you. Emma says, thank you. It was a great message. I can associate so much with this and what I am working on. Ooh, I love it. Good, Emma. Tammy. Oh, heck. That card was saucy. Didn't want me to see it. It said, don't look at me. Don't look at me. What is it? Ooh, okay. The 7 of Cups. 7, again, luck, gamble. It's going to be about trying to be sure of what choices you are making and to make the right choice because they all might look really good and you're not sure between risk and reward. Lord of illusionary success, seeing some Mercury, seeing some Virgo, seeing some astrological symbols here, also some lily pads. What do you see when you see this? Anything in cups is emotional. Suggestion of relationships, suggestion of intuition, following your gut, following your heart. How are you feeling? Communicating how you might feel. Illusionary success. Ooh, that you really measure and check in with that risk and reward for what it is you feel your purpose is. Feel your purposes. Very important, right? Ben, I would like a card, says Ben. 9 of Pentacles, 9. Anticipatory, almost there, the final stretch, the last few moments of Pentacles, Earth energy, talking Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Earth, thoughts, intentions. It is practical, objective, measurable, beginnings, Earth, time, magic. 9 of Pentacles, Lord of material gain. Again, seeing the tree of life, seeing the Sephira here, seeing some sacred geometry breaking down with some symbols. It's like a machine, like a Newtonian machine here. The 9369, Nikola Tesla, a nod to music and keys and tones and frequencies and patterns. Beautiful flowers. Those don't look like lotus though. Those look like something different. I'm not sure what they are. Poo. I wish I was better at flowers. You can see the stamos and everything in them. They have a very significant flower petal, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 petals. If anybody is good at that kind of thing, let me know. I'm wondering if it's not a rose. Zoot. Oh well. I'll figure it out by the end of this life. 9 of Pentacles, almost to the completion of a thought or project, wondering if it's going to be coming to fruition anytime soon. Tomorrow, the moon moves in Sagittarius. Would be a really good day to start putting things into action. Call somebody, talk about it, do something, write it down. Sarah, pay that bill on your website and get it back up and running at paranormalsarah.com. Currently, I need to renew it. Do I want to keep Squarespace? I just don't know. Anyway, these things, do the things that you've been needing to do. Jessica, card really quickly, getting tired. I can feel it. I'm at the 43 minutes. Princess of Wands, princess, moving into a fire space, really having an idea that this isn't the right space, and wands, knowing that this is your purpose, knowing this is a profession, a behavior, an action, a routine, an exercise, something that you can do, that you are meant to do. The princess of the shining flame. This is going to kind of be that, you know what, might be a bitch. There's a tiger, there's a ram. This is influential. This is powerful. People might be like, you know, she's a crazy. You know what? A lot of people might say that of a woman that wields her power well. Look at this. The Princess of Wands getting stuff done. Tammy says, a poppy? Sally says, a poppy. I bet that's a poppy. I'm going to go double check, you guys, but you have given me a place to start. Yes. Jacine, a beauty from Australia or Austria. You have my permission. I wonder if it's Australia or Austria. Austria. I know you guys don't speak, you speak Austrian, but you understand French. At least the majority of the people in Austria did when I was there. Went to Austria and then Liechtenstein. Is Liechtenstein still a country? I'm not sure. Anyway, Jacine's Australia. Okay, so Australia. My second pen pal was from Australia. First pen pal was from Ireland. Second pen pal was from Australia. She thought every day that I must see a famous person because I lived in the United States of America. She was convinced that I must see Brad Pitt all the time because I was from Missouri, which is where he was from, and because I went to MU, which is where he also went. Lived in Columbia, Missouri, so that I must have seen him. Fun fact, I've never actually seen Brad Pitt, but my father-in-law looks just like him. How about that? Fun fact. Anyway, Jacine. 3 of Swords. 3, trifecta. 3, a third wheel. 3, a compromise. 3, not 2, not a dichotomy, not an equal cut, but 3, a third. You see the math there? See what we got to do? The 3 of Swords, this is air. This is a discussion. This is happening in a discussion, an argument, maybe a separation or argument or a quarrel, a quibble, if you will. And I'm seeing what symbols and signs here, my eyesight. Seeing a little bit of Libra, it looks like, and a lot of Libra, actually. Again, if you're interested in the angel in this Hermetic deck, let me know, and I will look it up. I've got to get the manual out to pull them because I don't know them by heart yet. Sorry. Beautiful card, though. And this is just indicative that there's a quarrel or argument. Be aware of the power of 3s, how to divide things in thirds, how to listen to 3 different perspectives. This is going to be a Libra, a philanthropic advocacy space that you're going to have to know how to use tone, timing, pacing, adjectives, word play to be able to navigate. Air magic. Reach out to the Libras, the Aquarius, and the Gemini people in your life and pay attention to how they maneuver. They can teach you some things if you're not one of those signs already. And then Kavita says, can I have a card? 7 of Swords. A gamble, a choice, risk over reward, but an air. Swords is air. Swords is a battle. And then here we have another flower. This is not a poppy. This is a little different. It looks more like kind of a dogwood or something. And a lot of swords coming together. It makes me think of earth, air, fire, water. Captain Planet. And it is Lord of Unstable Efforts, which is kind of interesting because the 7 of Swords is really going to be that last quarrel or argument before the death of something. The 9 of Swords is usually the final death of something, and the 7 is right before the death. So it's like the death gurgle or gargle, if you will. And so risk over reward, that last breath, being able to confess something or ask permission or forgiveness, this is kind of where we are at. It'll be very important for you to be lucky in your language. Choose your words wisely. Probability of air magic will come into play. And good luck to you. That's all we can say, Kavita. Good luck to you. And yes, and you're welcome. Jacine says, oh my gosh, message loud and clear. Good. Ben, thank you. You're welcome. Jessica, thank you. You're welcome. You guys, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We're coming right up here on an hour, and it is Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to wake up bright and early. I'm going to finish my last 2 readings, and I'm going to be caught up, which means I'm going to finish my astrological cheat sheet. I'm going to take 2 more people on for mentorship in March. We are going to be talking luck magic, gnomes, gold, why we leave honey for fairies and elementals. We are going to talk about iron, the Death Star killer, the star killer. We are going to talk about the periodic table, probability, and actual occult alchemy, and how you can relay it to scripture, how you can use it to guide your life, how you can avoid the Ides of March and understand Passover, sacrifice, martyrdom, and resurrection. How do you return from a apology or a forgiveness or asking permission? How do you work through that manipulation of air? All of this stuff is very important to the soul, and that is all stuff that I try and work on with my clients. So if you are interested in learning more about that, you guys, join me online. Again, I'm refreshing my website, so it just recently renewed while I was out of town in Georgia, and I've got to go get back into it and renew it. But you can find me at paranormalsarah.com, at paranormalsarah, the paranormalsarah at Gmail, here, wherever you're watching me. There's a profile. Click it, follow it, subscribe, and tag a friend that might be interested in free mini readings. I'm going to be doing a lot of them this month, and I really appreciate your support. So share this, like this, send it to a friend. And if you're interested in a private reading, I'm doing specials. They start at $33, $33.63, and onward. You get it. It's a number game. So until then, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good Friday, and good night.